Welcome back to our channel, Coin Collectors and Treasure Hunters. Today, we are diving deep into the world of rare pennies, and we have a jaw-dropping discovery for you: the 1958 D Mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny coin, which could be sitting in your pocket change and might be worth a staggering $89,277 in today's coin market. Yes, you heard that right. 1 penny, worth nearly $90,000. So grab your magnifying glass and coin jar, because this could be your golden ticket. Let's unravel the fascinating story, the history, the reasons behind its high value, and exactly what to look for. Let's begin with the history behind this legendary penny. The 1958 D Lincoln cent was minted at the Denver Mint, as indicated by the small D Mint mark just below the year 1958. On the obverse side of the coin, which also features the portrait of President Abraham Lincoln. This was the final year of the wheat penny design, which had been in production since 1909, celebrating the 100th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. The wheat reverse, showing 2 stalks of durum wheat encircling the words 1 cent and United States of America, was soon to be replaced in 1959 by the Lincoln Memorial reverse. So, the 1958 pennies mark the end of an era, making them even more appealing to collectors. In total, over 800 million 1958 D Lincoln cents were produced, making it seem like a common coin. But not all 1958 D cents are created equal. Some rare varieties, pristine conditions, and unique minting errors have turned a few of these coins into treasures worth tens of thousands of dollars. Why is it worth $89,277? So, why exactly is this 1-cent coin valued at $89,277? It all comes down to rarity, condition, mint errors, and grading. Let's break it down. First and foremost, the penny that fetched this astronomical price was in mint state, MS67 plus red condition. This means the coin was essentially untouched since it was minted, no scratches, wear, or handling marks. It retained its original red copper luster, the brightest and most desirable tone for copper coins. Such pristine coins are incredibly rare because pennies tend to circulate heavily and get worn down quickly. Next, this particular 1958 D penny also had strike sharpness, meaning the details in Lincoln's beard, hair, and the wheat stalks on the reverse were razor sharp and fully struck. Most coins of the era suffer from weak strikes or blurred lettering. Another factor is eye appeal. The coin's color, luster, and surface quality were exceptional, making it highly desirable at major auctions. Coins like this one were often preserved in coin rolls, coin albums, or discovered in untouched hoards decades later. In fact, the $89,277 sale was made at a public auction, and competitive bidding from elite collectors drove the price to that unbelievable number. Rarity combined with demand always drives prices up. Key features to identify: if you're checking your pocket change or old coin collections for a valuable 1958 D Lincoln cent, here's what to look for. Mint mark. The D under the year is essential. Without it, the coin was minted in Philadelphia, and while those can also be valuable, they're a different story. Color designation. Look at the tone of the coin. Red RD. Pennies are the most valuable, followed by red-brown, RB, and then brown, BN. A full red tone is what you really want. Grade coins are graded on a 70-point scale by professional services like PCGS or NGC. You're looking for MS66, MS67, or even better. The higher the grade, the higher the value. Strike quality. Look at Lincoln's cheek, the steps of the Lincoln Memorial if it's a newer penny, or the wheat stalks on older ones. Crisp detail is a good sign. Error varieties. Always check for doubling, off-centering, clipped planchets, or repunched mint marks. These errors make even more common coins much more valuable. Die variety. While the 1958 D isn't famous for a doubled die like the 1955, any unusual die marks or doubling can make your coin explode in value. Value breakdown by condition. Here's what the 1958 D Lincoln penny could be worth today depending on its condition. Good to fine, G4 to F12 only around 5 to 10 cents. Basically face value with a tiny bump. Very fine to extremely fine, VF20 to EF40 around 25 cents to $1. About uncirculated. 50 Australian dollars to 58 Australian dollars, $1 to $3. Mint state. MS60 to MS63 between $5 and $25. Mint state. MS64 red, around $50. MS65 red, $75. $150. MS66 red, up to $400. MS67 red, $1,000 to $2. 500. MS67 plus red or higher, up to $89,277 or even more at auction, depending on the coin's exact characteristics and eye appeal. How to sell or grade. If you think you have a potentially valuable 1958 penny, do not clean it. Cleaning coins destroys their numismatic value instantly. Submit your coin to a trusted grading service like PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, or NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Company. For high-value coins, always sell through reputable auction houses or major online auction platforms like Heritage Auctions, Stax Bowers, or Great Collections. You can also consult with local coin dealers. But be cautious and get multiple opinions to avoid being lowballed. The 1958 wheat penny was one of the last U.S. coins to feature a purely agricultural design. The wheat stalks represented American agriculture and prosperity. Over 800 million of these coins were minted, but less than a dozen examples exist in Ultra Gem MS67 Plus red condition. The coin is over 65 years old, and some of the high-grade examples survived thanks to careful collectors and forgotten bank rolls. It's a coin that combines historical significance with collector demand, which is the perfect recipe for high value. So there you have it. The complete story behind the 1958 Lincoln 1-cent penny that's worth $89,277. From its historical roots to its exceptional value today, this coin is a reminder that treasures may still be hiding in plain sight. Check your old jars, piggy banks, and inherited collections, because one tiny copper coin could change your life. If you found this video helpful or fascinating, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel for more amazing coin stories and real-world treasure finds. And hit that notification bell so you never miss a chance to discover coins worth thousands, or even millions. Thanks for watching, and remember, every coin has a story, and some are worth a fortune. See you in the next video. Welcome back, coin collectors and treasure hunters. Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating story, history, and value of one of the most iconic and underrated treasures in American coinage history, the 1958 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny coin. You may think a penny is just worth 1 cent, but what if I told you that the 1958 Lincoln cent could be worth up to a whopping $35,982 in today's collector market? That's right, so sit tight, because this is a coin you absolutely want to keep an eye out for. Let's begin by going back in time, all the way to 1958. The United States was booming in the post-war era. Dwight D. Eisenhower was president, NASA was in its infancy, and Elvis Presley was shaking up the music world. Amid all this, the U.S. Mint was striking millions of Lincoln cents, continuing a design tradition that had started all the way back in 1909, when the Lincoln penny was first introduced to celebrate Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday. The 1958 Lincoln penny came in two major versions, one with no mint mark, which was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, and one with the D mint mark, struck in Denver. The coin we're focusing on today is the 1958 no mint mark version, from the Philadelphia Mint. Now, what makes this coin special? First, we need to talk about its design. On the obverse, or front of the coin, is the famous profile of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. This portrait has remained on the penny for well over a century, making it the longest-running design in U.S. coin history. Just to the right of Lincoln's bust, you'll see the date, 1958, and under it, there's no mint mark, signifying its Philadelphia origin. The reverse side of the 1958 Lincoln cent features two wheat stalks encircling the words, 1 cent, and United States of America, with E pluribus unum inscribed above. This design is often referred to as the wheat penny, or wheat reverse, and was used from 1909 until 1958. That's right, 1958 was the final year of the wheat penny reverse design, making this coin a historical transition piece. Starting in 1959, the Lincoln Memorial replaced the wheat design, making 1958 pennies the last of their kind. That alone adds historical significance to this coin. But what truly drives its value sky high is condition, rarity, and errors. While over 252 million of these no-mint mark coins were produced, finding one in pristine, uncirculated, red-colored condition is incredibly rare today. And it's that rare pristine condition that collectors are willing to pay tens of thousands of dollars for. Let's break it down. Circulated 1958 pennies are quite common and typically worth between 1 cent and maybe $1 depending on where. But if you find a mint state, MS67 or higher, example, especially one that has full red luster, no spots, and is certified by a grading service like PCGS or NGC, then you're in the territory of serious money. In fact, an MS67 plus red specimen of the 1958 Lincoln wheat penny with no mint mark sold at auction for $35,982. Yes, you heard that right. That 1-cent coin sold for nearly $36,000. The buyer wasn't just paying for the coin, they were paying for its condition, its place in history, and its scarcity in high grades. But that's not all. There's also a famous 1958 Lincoln penny error that has taken the coin world by storm, the 1958 double die obverse. While the double die version is far more rare and extremely valuable, you should know that error coins of the 1958 Lincoln cent are extremely sought after in general. Always look for doubling, off-center strikes, die cracks, and other anomalies. Even minor errors can add hundreds or even thousands to the value of your coin. So how do you know if you have a valuable 1958 penny in your pocket or coin jar? Here are a few quick tips. Check the date and mint mark. Make sure it says 1958 and has no mint mark underneath the date. Examine the color. Red coins are far more valuable than brown or red-brown coins. Red color indicates the coin hasn't oxidized and remains in near original mint state. Look for flaws, or the lack of them. High-grade coins should be free of scratches, wear, discoloration, and dents. Search for errors. Use a magnifying glass or loupe to inspect the letters, date, and overall strike. Doubling, die breaks, or other abnormalities can skyrocket a penny's value. Get it graded. If your coin looks exceptional, consider sending it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. A certified grade can add thousands to your coin's resale value. Now, let's talk about demand. The 1958 penny is popular among collectors for many reasons. It marks the end of the wheat penny series, it has several known errors, and it represents the end of an era in American coin design. High-grade examples are getting scarcer by the year. And as coin collecting gains popularity online and on platforms like YouTube, TikTok, and eBay, more people are entering the hobby and driving up demand. This isn't just a piece of copper, it's a piece of history. And whether you're a seasoned numismatist or just someone looking to strike gold in your spare change, the 1958 no mint mark Lincoln cent is a coin you absolutely want to keep an eye on. So, next time you're digging through your change jar, flipping through rolls from the bank, or checking that old collection from your grandparents, keep your eyes peeled for a shiny, red, 1958 penny with no mint mark. It might just change your life, because in the world of coin collecting, sometimes it only takes one penny to make a fortune. Outro music fades, and if you found this video helpful or interesting, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and click the bell icon so you never miss another video on rare coins that could be hiding in your pocket right now. Share your coin finds or questions in the comments below. We love hearing from fellow collectors. Thanks for watching, and as always, happy collecting!